In this video, we show how to get started with Cloud Cost Management. The Cloud Cost Management workspace provides visibility into your public cloud spend and budgets and uncovers potential savings opportunities for all your cloud integrations in one place. It gives you the tools to manage all the phases of FinOps, which is a framework for managing operational expenses and maintaining financial accountability in the cloud, to include cost reporting and optimization and saving automation. Let's take a quick look at setting up the application, and then we'll take a tour to see it in action. Here, we're logged in with the admin role, which is required to set up the application and manage it over time on the administration page. For the first step, we activate the required plugins. All the ones we need for this application setup are listed here, and we can install them right from the interface. If an update is available for a plugin that's already been installed, it will be displayed here, allowing you to manage the application over time in one place. For the second step, we work through the guided setup for each of our integrations in tandem with the cloud administrator for that integration, who must have the permissions to access the required information. For the third step, we configure our preference settings for the application. If you need to change the settings for any feature or use case, this is the only place you need to go. Now let's take a tour of the application. We'll follow along as Ravi, Cloud Cost Management Owner for Acme, finds the answers to his questions. What's the monthly spend across various cloud providers like AWS, Azure, or GCP, and are we budgeted for it? How much extra over the budget are we spending on cloud infrastructure, and how can we save? Who's accountable for the spend, and how do we budget for future spend? The homepage shows our total spend so far this month, how much we're forecasted to spend, and how that compares with the last month. Here's our total budget for this month, as well as the forecasted variance. Color coding indicates if the trend is favorable or unfavorable. The green color coding here indicates that our spend is lower than last month. And because we're forecasted to go over budget, the trend displays in red to get our attention. And we see our total potential savings opportunity. On the monthly spend breakdown chart, our spend over a selected time span is grouped by provider, service category or account, cloud service, or purchase option. We can also break down the spend by cost type, actual or amortized. Toggling on Show Forecast generates a forecasted spend for the next 3 months. Here are some more examples. Our spend by product for the last 12 months. Spend by service account showing our amortized cost. And spend by service category for the last 6 months. We select any bar in the chart to open the Spend Analytics tab for more detailed analysis. Select one or more filter conditions on the right to filter the view. And group by tag categories or filter on the selected tags. The list view of the same data appears below. You can export it to share with other team members. Back on the overview page, the recommendations bring attention to the top saving opportunities. Selecting Schedule creates a change record that is used to get approvals, communicate with decision makers, and finally schedule the job to take automated action behind the cost-saving recommendation. To see all recommendations, select View All, which displays in the Operations view. The breakdown by state in the Recommendations to Review widget gives you a status on the recommendations you've implemented, showing the number of items that failed and need troubleshooting, are new or pending, and were rejected or declined by application owners. You can also view recommendations by use case and the list of recommendations by status on the right sizing page. For example, we generate a list of all the compute recommendations by selecting that section in the chart, filtering the list, and exporting it to share with others. We have the option to select items and schedule jobs for the recommendations, either from this list or the list on the overview page. We schedule a job through a change approval process or add it to an existing change record. All other operations-related activities, such as managing cost usage tags and administration-related operations, are available on this page. Back on the overview page, we also see this critical and commonly referenced information, our top spend trend and top saving categories. Now, let's review our budgets. The Overview tab shows our total budget, total spend, and forecasted spend for the current month. The Budget versus Spend chart shows how each budget is trending with the spend, both current and forecasted. We access all budgets to see the policy view for all the created budgets. you select a budget to make changes to it. To view only the overrun budgets, we turn on this toggle. We can filter by budget name, budget owner, or even the cloud provider. Here we filter by the budget owner's name. We can also switch between card view and list view. Finally, let's look at the spend dashboard, a pre-built set of the most commonly used reports that your application teams should access frequently. As the different teams log in, they'll see their own data. The chart displays anomalies so that you can review and act on them. We've seen how the Cloud Cost Management Workspace helps you answer these critical questions. What's our monthly spend, and are we budgeted for it? How much extra over the budget are we spending, and how can we reduce our wasted spend? Who's accountable for the spend, and how do we budget for future spend?